Instagram Live, it's Karen. How are you? Good morning. I wanted to do a reading with you from Courage to Change. Okay, let's do this. July 28th. A stonecutter may strike a rock 99 times with no apparent effect. Not even a crack on the surface. Yet with the 100th blow, the rock splits into two. It was not the final blow that did the trick, but all that had been gone before. The same is true of Al-Anon recovery. Perhaps I am working on accepting that alcoholism is a disease, or learning to detach, or struggling with self-pity. I may pursue a goal for months without obvious results and become convinced that I am wasting my time. But if I continue going to meetings, sharing about my struggle and taking it one day at a time and being patient with myself, I may awaken to find that I have changed, seemingly overnight. Suddenly, I have the acceptance, detachment, and serenity I've been seeking. The results may have revealed themselves abruptly, but I know that all those months of faith and hard work made change possible. Today's reminder: we are often reminded to keep coming back. Today, I'll remember that this not only applies to meetings, but to learning the new attitudes and behaviors that are the long-term benefits of Al-Anon recovery. I may not see the results today, but I can trust that I'm making progress. Well, that's a good reading. You know, I like that. It seems like a lot of times I'm trudging this road of happy destiny. I'm trying my best and I'm not getting anywhere, you know. It reminds me of that song when I was a little girl. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. It doesn't say to row your boat up the stream. It doesn't say to fight against the current. It says to row your boat gently down the stream. It's very hard to do. You got to stay in the moment and you got to ask God for a lot of help. A lot of things are going to happen in this world. A lot of things you have no control over. You got to continue with your daily routine. That's what the reading's about. The reading's about doing something positive every day, even if you don't see the results. Sometimes I think that doing the right thing, you know, sometimes feels bad. Feels really bad. You know, I'm thinking of a couple people this morning. You know, this alcoholism and addiction is powerful stuff. It's a killer, whether it's in you or someone else. And I'm thinking about the people that I know who are not alcoholics and addicts, and yet they suffer terrible from alcoholism in someone else. One is somebody that is a wonderful woman, a grandmother who was trying to help her grandson, and 3 or 4 years sober herself, clean, and had been trying to help this grandson. It was going terrible. It was just bad. And I directed her to Al-Anon and to get some help and to start taking care of herself and separating, because this was a bad situation and really was getting physical. It was bad. Stealing from bank accounts, you know, the whole thing. So, you start separating, you start doing what you can do. Finally, after she had put up so many boundaries and so many, I'm not going to do this anymore. I need to take care of myself. You're on your own. Stay out of my bank accounts and get out of my house, Took the TV with them, kind of thing. Stay away or I'm going to call the police because now you're threatening me and it's all bad, right? So he finally says he's going to go to treatment. And he goes to treatment. She's so excited. And I said, you got to keep grounded. You got to stay grounded, right? You just have to stay grounded. This thing is a bitch. And, he might walk out. He might leave. He might, we don't know. Let's just pray that he gets an answer. But until then, you got to stick to your guns. Take care of yourself. Keep doing your program, right? Well, sure enough, he left. And he came right back to her house. He didn't like the people in detox, right? He was fighting with people in something. He got kicked out for fighting in detox, or he didn't like detox. Who likes detox? Anyway, it was so devastating to her. He came back, and there he was in the house again. He got himself back in the house, right? She had him out of the house. I mean, anyway, she relapsed. You know? I mean, you got to take care of yourself. I know another woman who was having trouble with her kids, and they were using and drinking, and she went to Al-Anon. She got an answer, right? And so she gave him a drug test. He was acting bizarre and doing weird things and acting out again, and she gave him a drug test, and he failed, and she said, you got to leave. And she left, and when she came back to see if he'd gone, he had hung himself in the house. You know? So, did she do the right thing? I think so. I think she did the right thing. But, tragic outcome. You know what I mean? And so there's a mother who's trying to do the right thing. And did it turn out the way she wanted? No. Did she do the right thing? I believe she did. And a lot of you might disagree with me. You know, I understand that it was a tragic outcome, but this disease is a killer. Oh boy, that's a tough one. You know, and I want to support parents that are trying to do the right thing, and it doesn't always turn out well. And you got to stay grounded while you're doing that. That's why this reading is really important, to do the same thing, to get a program of recovery in place and do it every day, because you don't know what's going to come around the corner, right? You want to make sure that your spiritual foundation is solid. So no matter what happens, you're going to be okay, right? You got to put your dependence on God. And sometimes doing the right thing doesn't always result the way you think it should. And that, my friends, is life. You know, that is life. You got to love people. You got to take care of yourself and do your program of recovery, so you are ready no matter what happens. Okay? If the one you love finally gets help and wants to get help, like this friend of mine, you know, I tried to warn her, you know, something could happen. He could leave. He could walk out. You want to, you know, what's the plan B if he walks out of treatment? And she was so excited that her grandson had finally gone to treatment. You know, she didn't have a plan B. And so when he left, he came back to her house. You know, and that was a problem. You know what I mean? You want to have a plan B, you know? We get so excited. People finally want help. Right? I know. So, I get it. This is a difficult thing, but that's why this reading's important today. You've got to have a strong foundation. Put your faith in a higher power, okay? So you are ready for whatever comes around the bend. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. And look for the good. Stay in the moment. Bye.